This is Walter Bradley, and this is Heart Talk. We're here to speak to the people, to let the people speak. Berkeley is one of the beds of free speech that started in the 60s and 70s. The Black Panthers looking for a voice. And I would like to talk to any of the farmers who were in part of that movement, who were part of getting the nation's attention, who fought against the Vietnam War, who talked about being a Black Panther, and what did that mean to be a Black Panther? What did it mean to be a student in Berkeley? And what did it mean to look at these things? And what about Patty Hearst? Let's discuss those issues, because there is a lot at stake in the United States today. And my son is afraid of the future because of what's going on right now. We have been at war over 209 years, and we're only 235 years old. And why is so much at war? We've had presidents that tried to stay out of war, but for example, Woodrow Wilson in 1913 put in the Federal Reserve in place, and guess what he did when he was reelected in 1916? He borrowed all the money for World War I from who? The Federal Reserve. Later, after his presidencies, he said, "I think I have destroyed my nation." No, that was just the beginning, the foundation for destruction. In fact, it's happening not just in the United States. It's being worked out in every nation, and they're trying to bring them all under that banker's rule. And they're doing it in Mali. The French are attacking them, and all of a sudden there's a contingent bed in Mali that's Al-Qaeda and is working against the known world. Their base is there in the middle of the deserts of Mali. What is going on? And France is now at the head, taking on these ne'er-do-well Muslims that are going against the whole world. What are they doing, and what are we doing about it? Do you have a say in your government? I think we've lost control. And why have we lost control? Because Thomas Jefferson said, if we be not watched, we become as wolves. In other words, they'll tear up the nation and destroy you in it. We've got wolves guarding the sheep. They call us sheep up there. They think we know nothing and care not for the law, nor have any understanding or intelligence to fight them now. Do you have the intelligence and the ability not to fight a war, but to fight for the truth? If it comes to war, and I hope it never does, because it'll be a bloody mess, and we'll eventually be defeated. However, the things at stake regard the future, which is something we all should be concerned of, whether you're in Congress under the system or not. And many of you in Congress know exactly what I am talking about. I've been in the military. I know how things work. I knew if I needed money from my budgetary area, I got it, no matter what. I can't talk about those things, what, when, where, how, and why, because I'm going to honor my vows to my government. But understand this, we are not serving the people there. We are serving people who want money and profit, and they use our armies and navies around the world to proliferate use of that power for their enrichment. That's what it's about when it gets down to it. Control and making money and keeping everybody under control of that system so that they can continue to move forward and then create the elite royal power, which will be eventually controlled only by one, which is in due time to arrive. And many know of this. I'm Walter Bradley, and we can talk more about that on Heart Talk when you join us February 17th in Berkeley, Sunday. And we'll look forward to seeing you there. And we'll interview you and talk with you about the issues that concern you about this great nation, which has begun to decline to oblivion. But what's your thought about that and why? Join us on Heart Talk. I'm Walter Bradley.